Anywho, as they say out in the northern upper Midwest, for those of you in Rush Limbaugh's Rio Linda, that would kind of be, northern Michigan, Wisconsin, Minnesota, the Dakotas. Yeah, Dakotas, yeah. So that's what they say. Anywho.
This year will take its course, and I think you'll see us putting out alternatives. I think you'll see us putting out alternative ideas in all of these big issues. I think we owe people that, by the way. So
why wouldn't you do that first?
Well, I think first because we found a way to actually put a bill on the president's desk, defunding Planned Parenthood and repealing Obamacare. We've been going at this for a long time. We finally found the right strategy to get around the Senate filibuster to do this. So we're very pleased that we found the strategy to do this.
The problem is the strategy's always been there. I don't know, and it's people. I heard Rush Limbaugh tell them what that strategy. They're using the same strategy that Rush said to use 5 years ago. Now all of a sudden, we found the strategy. Well, we're not. Look, the American people are not stupid. Your constituents, Speaker Ryan, are not stupid. You've known about the Republicans just didn't want to utilize the strategy. Whatever you want to call the strategy, you just didn't want to use it. So they now, it's like this epiphany. Oh, we found the strategy.
We think Obamacare is not working. It is a failing law. It is giving premium increases unlike anything we've seen before. It is giving massive deductibles. It's restraining access. And what it's doing in Medicare, it's turning Medicare into a price controlling system that it's going to deprive seniors from the kind of care that they deserve, that they paid for.
Having said that, a recent survey in Wisconsin from August of 2015 found that the uninsured rate in that state went from 11.7% in 2013 to 5.6%.
Katie, you blonde, airheaded bimbo. Yes, I said it. I can't believe she's bringing up this. Look, it's the law. Everybody's supposed to have health. So actually, that 5.6% uninsured should be zero. Because the law states everybody is supposed to have health insurance. It doesn't mean you have health care. Why are they trying to combine the two? Oh, yeah. Well, in Wisconsin, it goes from, up to 12% down to below 6% in coverage, in health insurance coverage. Katie, it should be zero. Because that's the law. That's like saying, well, hey, in states where you don't have to have automobile insurance in order to have a car. Before the law, we had 15% of the drivers that were not covered by automobile insurance. And after the law requiring everybody to have automobile insurance, that 15% was reduced to 5%. Hello? Does anybody see the idiocy of what she's trying to do here? Most people are not happy with it. With Obamacare. They're not happy. It's more expensive. It's more cumbersome. It doesn't do what they said it was going to do. But the problem is that they knew it wasn't going to do what they were telling us it was going to do. They were lying to us. And this whole notion that they've gone from 12% to 5.5% is a red herring, because that 5.5% should be close to zero, because the law says everybody who's a breathing, living human being in this country must have health insurance. So why is the number still at 5.6% uninsured? That's the question. Paul Ryan should have turned it around on that one too. Come on, Paul.
I think the rate was lower than that. I'd quarrel with that statistic, but I think the rate was lower than that. We had a pretty good system in Wisconsin, and we were really doing a good job on our own of working on our uninsured problem. And what's happening now? Fewer providers, less choices, higher premiums, much higher deductibles. I can't tell you how many times I go through southern Wisconsin talking to people who complain to me about Obamacare. about what it's doing for the hardworking families in southern Wisconsin.
So
I think it's a huge problem for Wisconsin, absolutely.
So do you believe that what you've done as a state is responsible for this lower rate of uninsured Americans?
I think Wisconsin was making a bigger difference earlier by having good Badger care and good reforms, and I think Obamacare has done more damage. I think Obamacare has done more damage to the state fiscal outlook. I think Obamacare has done more damage to families in Wisconsin. Higher premiums, higher deductibles, fewer choices. We saw one of our biggest insurers, Assurant, go out of business because of Obamacare. They laid off more.
That was the point. That's the whole point behind Obamacare. What is wrong with you people? Look, you had Bernie Flank. Bernie, you know, the innumerable old representative out of the wonderful state of People's Republic of Massachusetts, who even said it openly, not once, but numerous times, that the ultimate goal is universal single-payer health care system in this country. That the only way that we were going to be able to do it, and these are Bernie Frank's words, the only way to do it, the best way to get to that point of universal single-payer health care is to institute some sort of law like Romney Care, like Obamacare, in order to facilitate, because he knows that it's going to bankrupt the insurance industry, therefore leaving only the federal government as the only viable candidate to be everybody's insurer. And if the government is your insurer, it is going to be nationwide mandatory Medicare, Medicaid. Everybody's going to be on it. It's like Social Security for 320 million people. It's going to be a disaster, but that is their goal. That's why Assurance in Wisconsin went out of business and laid off over 1,000 people in this state. Because that's the goal of Obamacare.
More than 1,000 workers in Milwaukee because of Obamacare.
And so you'll be working on an alternative.
Yeah, so that's what I was trying to tell you is I think we owe the country. If we don't like this, we ought to say what we would do differently. And that.
Yeah, nothing. How about get out of the business? Get out of the way. That's the alternative. You know, tell Katie, hey, Katie, the alternative is government can't fix this because the government is the reason why it's broken. Get out of the way. Let the American people and the free market system fix this. Yeah, look, we got that with all other kinds of insurance, car insurance especially. Remember, there used to be a time in this country when states were saying, oh, no, you cannot buy car insurance if you live in New York. You can't buy a car insurance policy from California. You got to buy it from a New York policy. And insurance rates were going through the roof. And then all of a sudden, somebody got the bright idea, well, why don't we just open up competition? Let somebody buy insurance from anywhere. Let them buy it from anywhere. He says the United States of America, you know, and we're supposed to be one union, right? 50 states forming one union. Why? What we can buy all kinds of other stuff across state lines. Why can't we buy certain kinds of insurance? So let's let them buy car insurance over state lines. You know, they can buy life insurance now over state lines. They can buy homeowners insurance over state lines. They can get their mortgage because you used to couldn't be able to get your mortgage. You had to go to a bank within your state in order to get a mortgage. But now you can get your mortgage from out of state. So why not? Why not be able to get your car insurance? So all of a sudden, you know, you could get car insurance from a company that wasn't actually physically located in your state. And auto insurance rates went down. Customer satisfaction in most automobile insurance companies started to go up. So in other words, they were getting better service. They were paying less money, getting better service and better coverage. And lo and behold, now we've got this price war in car insurance. And every time you turn on the TV, you got a commercial. We'll save $500 a year if you switch to us, or save $600. I mean, they're even getting to nuances. I saw a commercial the other day. I can't remember the insurer, but I do remember their specific savings amount. If you switch to us, you can save $509 a year. Like, how do they come up with that? But at the same point, they're telling you a specific that is accurate. Because it's easy for you to figure out if they're telling you the truth. Because you call them up and say, well, this is what I want. How much can this is what I'm paying now. How much can you save me? And they'll tell them. And then they can call up the next company and say, well, this is what I'm paying now. How much can you save me for this kind of cover? And they can go down the line. You can even do it online. Don't even have to call anybody. But when it comes to health insurance, we are still under this archaic system like they found out in Wisconsin. Well, geez, I live in Wisconsin, but I see that there's a company down in Florida that has got this health insurance plan that's affordable, that I want, that I like. It fits me and my family perfectly. But you know what? In order for me to get it, I got to get a job in Florida. I can't go out and buy it myself. I got to find a company that uses this insurer in Florida. How does that make any sense? Your car insurance is not dictated by your employer or your state, but your health insurance, which is far more important, is.
That's what 2016 is going to be about. It's going to be about being an effective opposition party, but also being a forward-leaning, effective proposition party, showing people how we would do things differently. That's what 2016 should be about. It should be us respecting the citizens of this country by giving them a clear and compelling choice so they, in 2016, get to decide where they want America to go on all of these big issues. But that means we have to put up proposals. So yeah, I think we should put up a proposal on that and many other issues.
Do you feel the GOP failed in doing that previously, that it wasn't enough of a proposition party? It was too much of an opposition party?
I think a lot of us did. I've put out a very comprehensive Obamacare. Tom Colbert and I, during the Obamacare deliberations, had a completely
But I just mean in general.
Alternative.
Do you feel like...
I don't think so. I think what you saw were lots of Republicans putting out a lot of different ideas on how to fix these things. Most of our presidential candidates have Obamacare replacement plans that are out there. Most of them have tax reform plans that are out there. The question is, can we unify ourselves around some common plans? And that's what we're endeavoring to do.
Governor Casey,
well, I can tell you right now, if you wanted to, the easy thing to do is just get out of the way. Those are the proposals. Give me a proposal that gets the Ronald Reagan plan. Reduce government size, reduce government regulation, reduce useless government laws. All that stuff restricts the freedom and the mobility of the American people. Get rid of it. It doesn't work. It has not worked. We don't need, you got one law. We don't need a proposal for another law. How about you repeal the law that didn't work in the first place? You don't add to it or build on it or come up with some alternative. You just get rid of it. Sometimes, a lot of times, that is the right answer to a problem. You get out of the way and let the innovation of the American people take root. We can, we have, and we will find the solution to a lot of our problems that way. I'm under the notion, the problem is nothing more than opportunity to better ourselves. But if the government gets in the way and prevents us from coming up and implementing that opportunity, we're always going to have that problem. Always. Because government isn't innovative. When was the last, outside of the military, when was government ever innovative? Not since the founding of the country when they came up with the Constitution. That was innovative. Ever since then, there hasn't really been any innovation. They've been trying to tear apart that original innovation. There's no innovation in government. I don't know why people think that we need to have government it's just not the answer, folks. I don't know how many times I'm going to have to sit here. I will say it, though. I will continue to say, I will say it 3 hours a day, 5 days a week until the end of time. Government isn't the answer. Ronald Reagan was right. Some of the most fearful words ever uttered were and are, I'm from the government and I'm here to help. Because just about everybody knows when the government comes in to help, broken things get more broken. Things that work no longer work. Cost that used to be low go through the roof. And then the government official leaves town all happy saying, look, we helped. We fixed something. All the while, they fix nothing, and their constituents are left holding the bag, and they're sad.